Hello everyone, it is me, Mr. Noodle Knights Reviews, back again once more for another show. Today we're going to be talking about the NXEDGE Mega Man X figure. Ooh, cool. So this is an NXEDGE figure, which I think NXEDGE figures are mainly like robots and stuff. And guess what? Mega Man X is a robot. Who would have known? And so I think they normally make like some other robots, like, you know, regular robot things. But I guess they finally decided to give Mega Man X the treatment, and Zero as well, but I'll get to Zero another day. And I guess they decided, hey, let's make Mega Man X, he's a robot, and he looks cool, so let's make him. And they made him, and he looks cool. He's cute. He has some problems. Not really necessarily with the figure himself, there's a few irks, but with some other stuff that I'll get to in a bit. He does come with accessories, but I can't show them on the camera because he's just a very small figure. He is not very tall at all. He's probably somewhere between 3 and 4 inches. And oh, let's go to the box. The box is extremely tiny. Very small, like there he is next to the box. Like almost half of its size. It's a very small box, but it does its job. It's a nice little box that gets the point over with. Got like the charge shot and the shots and the dash effect. But that's just the box. And so X himself he's cool. He's a cute little thing. He's one of the cuter little X figures with a cool little details. And I don't like how he has a little like black spot on his nose. That's just mine. It's just a paint error. And I don't like that because I guess that means that the flesh color is not its own separate molding. It's like flesh painted onto like a black thing. I think maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's just a little bit of black paint on it. Anyway, it's really annoying because I'm picky. But anyway, it doesn't detract that much. And his little forehead crystal is really cool because if you look closely, you can see it'll focus. Don't focus on the back. It's kind of hard to see, but if you look it out, you can see that has an X inside, which is really cool. I really like that. That's a neat little detail that wasn't necessary at all. I don't think X really ever has an X in his little forehead crystal thing. I know Zero does. Zero has like a Z in it, and I think his NXEDGE figure has one also. And X certainly does. In terms of articulation, he has pretty good articulation. You know, the standard shoulders and elbows and knees and stuff. And his shoulder pads are a bit loose. They're a bit they kind of move around a lot in terms of like that, and they really just should stay up like that. His elbows are kind of weird to move side to side. They're a bit tight. His hips look a bit awkward because there's a big gap right there, but it has some nice articulation. The legs are probably the best in terms of articulation. You get some pretty cool looking poses and stuff. He has a lot of little lines and stuff on him, kind of like maybe the True Force figure and the Chogokin X, which I don't have yet, but we'll make a video too. And so I think it looks neat. They put some extra little flair to him, and he has a butthole down there. Just kidding, I'll get to that in a bit. He has his normal little red spots on at the bottom of his boots. Got the sand blue right there, and the little crystal red on the side of the helmet and the forehead. Something strange, which is not with this, like every other Mega Man X figure, and I popped the shoulder thing out, okay. This isn't a problem, it's just a design choice, which I understand. I mean, who really cares about this, but he does not come with a second arm. He will always have his Buster in, his X Buster. You cannot change it out or swap it out. I think the Zero figure, you can swap out his Z Buster for like a regular arm, but you cannot do that with X. For better or for worse. I personally don't really care, but I know some people might, for people who like to display him with like 2 hands or put his X-Buster on his left hand, or you know, whatever else you want to do. In terms of articulation, again, the only big problem is his head has terrible articulation. You can barely move it up at all. This is like as far as it moves up. It's basically non-existent. It goes down fine, it goes side to side, but in terms of going up, it's non-existent, so you cannot look up. Which is kind of unfortunate. You can't really get him in any cool, like, shooting up poses, which he never does, but, I mean, it would have been cool if you had the option. But, let's get to something which is probably the worst aspect of this entire figure, the base. This base is absolutely terrible. I want to throw it out, but I can't because I have nothing else to pose him with. So basically how this stand works is, unlike literally every other stand in the universe, you don't get many stand options. The only other stand thing you get is this one, and something that just goes up. This stand is terrible. This part is fine, but I think what I really mean is the stand arm. It's absolutely terrible and atrocious. Let's take an example of the Sentinel X. Okay, let me get that real quick. It's right up here. Look at this. This is a perfect arm. Look at this. It goes up. It goes like that. See? It turns there, turns there, turns there. They all go the same direction. Because guess what? You don't need to go that way or that way. You just need to go in one direction unless you're trying to get them in some weird poses. But if in that case, just give up. You're never going to get that pose. That's stupid. Just put them in a more simpler pose. But this, it goes this way and this way. You don't need to do that. And the little tip part, it goes this way too. And then it only goes up and down in the middle part, which is stupid. It's so dumb. I don't like that at all. And then where the little butthole that X has, that's where this plugs in, so it's kind of awkward to like get in there. Like, why didn't they just have a normal like claw arm? I don't know if this is a standard with oh god, it broke off. It didn't break off, but it popped off. Dang it. I don't know if this is a thing with old NXEDGE figures, but I think it's a stupid idea. Like, don't be cute and quirky, just do it literally. Oh my god, do it literally everyone else does. It's not that hard, it's an arm. And it's really, look, he's jumping now with a stick up his butt. Let's put that back in. So, yeah. So let's just keep him on there. Actually, no, I changed my mind. Let's take him off because I hate this stand. It deserves to be cast into the pit of Hades. But if I have to use it because the pose that I have him in is an aerial pose because I'm cool. So anyway, and another problem is his hand. If you want to get this hand out, it's not a joint, it's a swivel. You can turn this side to side and that's it. So if you want to change this out, you have to like pull on it, like eventually, like look, it's very tight and it's like rubbery. It's not even hard. Like that's stupid. I don't like that. This is the other hand. I'm not gonna bother. It's just a closed fist. Self-explanatory. You don't need to look at it. If you want to see what it looks like, that's what it looks like. I'm lazy. I don't feel like doing that. If you want to see it closed, watch another review. I have crappy lighting. I have crappy everything. But thank you for watching my reviews. I love you all. Anyway, and of course he comes with some extra little things. Of course, so what would a Mega Man X figure be without some little shots? Now these shots, you can only pose them with 3. You cannot take them out or anything. I think the D-Arts figure of X could do that, but guess what? I don't have D-Arts X because it's like $100 on Amazon. He's in that cool. And I'm not spending $100 on an X figure that I may or may not like. So that looks really cool. I think it does its job. It looks nice. Nice color, nice look. I think it looks really nice. Bit heavy, but what are you gonna do? But if you really want something that you can't use at all because the figure hates you, is the charge shot. The charge shot is blue, and that looks cool. It overall looks nice, but guess what? If you want to pose him, guess what? You can't, because it's too heavy. And if you want to pose him with it, guess what? We're gonna need to use the second arm. But it makes no sense, because the charge shot, unless I'm missing something, it has no hole in it. It has no... Wait, is that a hole? Wait a minute. Aren't I an idiot? It does have a hole. So, you're gonna need to use the terrible... oh my god, what the heck? You can't even pose him with the charge shot! Oh my god, this stand is so terrible. You can't even get him in a decent charge shot pose. Like, look, if you want him on the floor and shooting it, you have to get in such an awkward pose. I don't even know if you can do that or not. Oh my god, this stand arm is so terrible. Ah, I hate it. Or you can use this, but that's so long and stupid, and it's hard to... Ouch. It's hard to turn. Can you even turn this at all? How do you turn this? I don't know if you can. I don't even know if you can turn this. This is stupid. He comes with one more accessory. If you butt plug him again. Let's spread out his legs. Yeah, let's stick this arm right up it. Huh. Yeah. So you can get him in a dashing pose. I don't feel like doing it because, you know, I would do it, but I'm lazy. And you can't even get him in a cool dashing pose because guess what? His head can't move up. Can his head move up on this? It barely does. Like, that's stupid. I hate so many little things about this figure. overall, it's not good. So anyway, let's pretend that's a dashing pose. Whoa, look at that cool dashing pose. Whoa, and it has a little dashing effect. That's really cool, actually, because you don't really get many dashing effects with X figures. You rarely get them. I think the only other figure I can think of that comes with a dashing effect is these little, like, 2-inch figures, but those aren't really full-on figures. They're more like little blind boxes that are, like, don't have much to them, but there's something, so it's cool that he comes with it. He comes with a lot of cool little accessories. So overall, this is, oh yeah, and one more thing. Let's talk about the stand again, because I love this stand. It comes with these little tentacles. They don't move at all. They're just like that. It comes with 3. They stick into where, like, the arm would stick in. And basically what I think you can do is if you have a second NXEDGE figure, you can, like, stack them on top of each other. But who would do that? It's so tall. No one's gonna do that. Whatever. Take those out. I'm not doing that. That's stupid. I'm gonna put, when I get my 0, I'm not even gonna put them on, they're gonna go on the same base. I don't care. Who knows? Maybe I will. I don't know yet. So, overall, this is a good figure. It's good. Overall, it's pretty, it's neat. It's a cute little figure. It's like $30, which is pretty cheap for like a really nicely posable figure. What I think it could have needed is a bit more polish, because like with some of the articulation, like with like the arms and stuff and the terrible head articulation and this Satan said base, stupid stand arm, oh my god. And it just needed some polish. It needed a bit more work. It needed a bit more like gears here and there, and not literal gears, like, you know, some work. It needed a bit more work. It needs polish, because overall I want to really like this, but it's hard for me to like give it a really nice seal of approval when it's just decent. It's a good figure, not great, not fantastic. It's good. There's a lot of better X figures. There's the True Force X, which is good. The Sentinel figure, which is fantastic. I don't have that one because it's sold out everywhere. I don't want to pay $130 for it because I don't have that kind of money to blow on a 4-inch figure. So yeah, if you want to get him, I recommend him, because he's just a cute little X figure. You can put him on your desk or wherever. You can put him somewhere. Stick him wherever you want. Wherever you want. But yeah, overall, just a bit more polish, as I'm saying for the 3rd time now, because I'm repetitive. So yeah, that's about it. Good little, cute little X. So, that'll be it all for today. My website's in the link down below. Go and follow me on Twitter, Instagram. I'm a very frequent user. If you want to DM me on something, don't do anything. Just DM me on Twitter or Instagram. My DMs are open, because I don't get many DMs at all, because I'm lonely, and yeah. So, yeah. If you want to be friends, whatever, just follow me, because I'm, whatever. So yeah, I'll see you all next time, which should be in another year. So yeah, that'll be all for today. Doodles.